Hello friends, this is Dr. Shashi Agarwal. I welcome you all. Today our subject is microeconomics or business economics. As we were doing the topic theory of cost, under the theory of cost we have done the cost in the short run and also did a very significant question, that was the relationship between the average cost and the marginal cost. Today we will be doing the cost in the long run. Under the cost in the long run, we are going to cover the long run total cost, long run average cost, and what are the reason why it is U-shaped, and what is the relationship between the short run average cost and the long run average cost, and what is the relationship between the short run marginal cost and the long run marginal cost. Its notes, they are already uploaded at my blog. Long run is that period in which all the inputs are variable. As we are aware, short period, there are two kinds of factors, fixed factor and variable factors. Fixed factor cannot be changed. If we want to increase the production, we have to increase the quantity of the variable factor. But in the long run is that period in which all inputs are variable. There is no distinction between the fixed and variable. Firm has sufficient time to adjust its supply to the demand, and the long run period could be called the planning horizon, because in the long run consists of all possible short run situations among which a producer may choose. The producer operates in the short run, but he plans in the long run. And under the cost in the long run, we are going to study the long run total cost, long run average cost, and long run marginal cost. How we call the long term period is the planning period. Like this is one short run average cost curve, this is one plant, and this is the second plant, and this is the third plant, because the producer is operating in the short period, but long run consists of all possible short run situations. Like if he has to produce this much output, he will be operating at this short run average cost. If he has to produce this much plant, then he will be choosing this plant. So long run consists of all possible short run situation among which a producer has to take the right decision, because he wants to produce at a lowest cost. And the long run average cost curve, basically the long run total cost is the minimum cost at which each level of output could be produced, because while joining this the minimum point, we could have the long run average cost curve. So long run cost curve is the locus of all such points which indicate the minimum, the minimum cost at which each level of output could be produced. The long run total cost is the minimum cost at which each level of output could be produced. For each level of output, there is a point on the cost curve indicating minimum short period cost. The long run cost curve is the locus of all such points. The long run cost curve is the just locus of all such points. Long period cost curve is the envelope of the short curve, which I will be explaining later on. The long run total cost of production is the least possible cost of producing any given level of output when all the inputs, they are variable. So long run total cost will never exceed the short run total cost. It will always be less than the short run total cost. Long run average cost refer to the minimum possible per unit cost of producing different quantities of a output of a good in the long period. What is long run average cost? How do we calculate the long run average cost? Long term total cost divided by the output is the long run average cost per unit. Lowest possible average cost of producing a particular amount of output with the optimum plant size, because in the long run we could decide which optimum plant size at which we want to produce at the least cost, we could select that optimum plant size, and we could also select the factor combination. Each point on the long run average cost curve correspond to point on the short run cost curve, which is the tangent to the long run average cost curve at that point. Like here, this is the short run average cost curve 1, this is the 2, so this is the 3, and one short run average cost curve correspond to the minimum point of the long run average cost curve. Here we see the short run average cost curve is tangent to the long run average cost curve. The long run average cost curve is enveloping the short run average cost curve, which I will be explaining later on. Long run total cost curves start from the origin, because in the long run, if there is no output, then there will be no cost. First it increases at a decreasing rate, then it becomes constant, then it increases at a increasing rate. Here we take the output, here we take the cost, but the short run cost, it will not start from the origin. So this is the short run. Short run total cost, long run total cost can never be more than the short run total cost. The long run total cost is the minimum cost at which the level of output could be produced, because it has sufficient time to select the optimum plant size and to select the least cost factor combination. Long run total cost is always less than the short run total cost. It starts from the origin. It has a positive slope. First it increases at a decreasing rate, then at constant rate, then it increases at a increasing rate. Long run envelops the short run total cost curve. It represents the long run cost, represents the least cost of different plants. It's tangent to any given plant. Here, like I will draw. So this is the long term total cost, and here this is the short run total cost curve, and it is tangent to this point, and this is the tangent to this point. So long run total cost will never be more than the short run total cost curve, and the long run total cost curve will be enveloping the short run total cost curve. And because it represents the least cost of different plants, as we see, the long run total cost start from the origin, but the short run total cost does not start from the origin, because in the short run we have fixed cost also. When we are producing nothing, then we have to incur the fixed cost in the short run. In the long run, all the factors of production, they are variable, and there is no difference between the fixed and variable cost. All costs are variable. The long run cost schedule show for each level of output the lowest possible cost of producing that particular output. Long run average cost or envelope curve, it is also called a planning curve or envelope curve. It is a guide to the entrepreneur in his decision to plan the future expansion of output. Long run average cost is equal to long run total cost divided by the level of output. The long run average cost curve is derived from the short run average cost curve. In the short run, the plant size is fixed. Each short run cost curve corresponds to a particular plant. Plant means its production capacity. Producer first plan for short period, then a point where the short run average cost curve start rising. Then he introduced better techniques of production, better machinery to drive many economies, internal as well as external economy, to reduce the short run average cost curve. And it is based on the assumption that each plant size is designed to produce optimally a single level of output. Any departure from it will lead to the increased cost. Each point which is given on the long run average cost curve is a point of tangency with the corresponding short run average cost. Now I will explain all the things. Like this is the short run average cost curve. Like if we want to produce this much amount, so this is the right size of the plant. But if we want to produce this much amount, it would not be possible at this size, because if we produce at this size, the cost will be much higher. So here we have to select this size of plant. If we want to operate at this level, then we have to choose this plant level. This is short run average cost curve 1, this is 2, this is 3. So here each short run average cost curve provides the least cost of producing that optimum production. This is the optimum size of production. This is the optimum size of production at this short run average cost curve, and this is this. So when we are joining the points, then we will have the long run average cost curve. So long run average cost curve is enveloping the short run average cost curve. So this is the long run average cost curve. So here we see this is the short run average cost curve 1, this is the short run average cost curve 2, this is the optimal, and this we could call endpoint, and this is the left and this is the right. There is only one short run average cost curve whose minimum point will coincide with the long run average cost curve. Okay, we have to write the numbers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So long run average cost curve is enveloping the short run average cost curve, and the long run average cost will never intersect, never will be more than the short run average cost. And here we saw this is the downward sloping. Here the long run average cost curve is falling, so the falling portion of the short run average cost curve is tangent. Only the one short run cost curve's minimum point correspond with the minimum point of the long run average cost curve. So this is the positive slope. Here the rising part is the tangent to the long run average cost curve. This part I have explained. Now we will read out from this slide. Long run cost curve is tangent to each short run average cost curve that we have seen to the left point of n. As I have explained, to the left point of n of the long run average cost, this point of tendency is on the falling part of the short run cost curve. Reason being, the slope of the long run cost curve is reducing, negative. Slope of the short run average cost curve will be negative. To the right of the minimum point of n, the long run average cost curve is rising. Again I will explain this. This is n point. This short run average cost curve's minimum point tangent to the minimum point of the long run average cost curve. So this is the left part and this is the right part. So here it has negative slope and the long run average cost curve is falling, and the short run average cost curves is also falling. So its falling part will be tangent to it, and on the long run it has a positive slope, so its rising part will be tangent to the long run average cost. Long run average cost curve is known as a envelope curve because it envelops the short run average cost. It will never be more than, it will never intersect. Long run average cost curve cannot exceed short run average cost, and it is also called the planning curve because here there is possibility, because there are so many short run average cost plant which indicate the optimum plant level. So it guides the entrepreneur in taking the decision to plan the future expansion at the minimum cost. And why the shape of the average cost curve is U-shaped? This is also very significant question. It initially slopes downward as the production increases. So due to the basically increasing return, because of the increasing turn to scale, the production increases at an increasing rate and cost diminishes, and because there are many economies of it, so initially it slopes downward, then it becomes constant, then it starts rising. And what are the reasons? Economies of scale, technical economies, economies of individuality, and diseconomies of scale. Main reason why the long run average cost curve has U shape, initially it falls, then it becomes minimum, then it starts rising. It is due to, when initially it falls, it is due to the economies of scale, because when the production is done at a large scale and there is possibility of division and specialization of labor, a part of the process is performed by a labor, so he becomes efficient in. So he is specialized and there is no wastage, and it will increase the production. And secondly, when the production is done at a higher level, higher scale, technical economies are also available, because automatic machines will be used, so there will be cost efficiency and economies of individuality. Some factors of production which must be used in given quantity, they cannot be taken as in the divisible form. So when initially the production increases, they are optimum utilized. That is why the cost reduced. And secondly, why it has rising part, it is due to the diseconomies of scale. When the production is done on large scale, so there are many managerial diseconomies, lack of coordination, limited efficiency of management, because the power is delegated to some persons who are not so efficient. And because the work, because there is a scale of operation, that is why the business becomes extensive, and paperwork, traveling expenses, mobile expenses, phone expenses, they are also likely to increase the cost. So what is the relation between the long run average cost curve and the short run average cost curve? First we are going to see this diagram, then I will come to the relation. So here this is the long run average cost curve. So there is only one short run average cost curve, which is which correspond to the minimum point of the short run average cost, and the long run average cost will never exceed the short run average cost. It will always envelop. Now we will come to the explanation. Short run average cost represents the cost of a single plant. When we talk about the short run average cost, it represents the cost of single plant, but LAC represents the average cost of different plants. Like earlier I explained, this is one plant, this is second plant, this is third plant, and this is fourth plant. So this is the minimum point, this is the minimum point, this is the minimum point, this is the minimum, and when we join, then we have long run average cost curve. So the long run average cost represents the average cost of different plants. LAC curve is U-shaped, but it is relatively flatter. At a given level of output, it could not be more than the short run average cost curve. LAC curve is not tangent to all, but only to one short run average cost curve at the minimum point. LAC curve is not tangent to all, but to only one at their minimum point. Any point above the LAC is inefficient, it shows the higher cost. Any point below is economically desirable because it implies a lower cost but not attainable. So this is the diagram which have earlier I explained. Now we will come to the long run marginal cost. Marginal cost is the cost of producing one additional unit. Change in the total cost in the long run due to the production of one more unit is called the long run marginal cost. Long run marginal cost curve also have a U shape. Initially it falls, then it becomes minimum, then it starts rising. But it is much flatter than the short run marginal cost. Short run marginal cost curve refer to the effect on the total cost due to the production of one more less unit of output on account of change in variable factor. But when we talk about the long run marginal cost, because all the inputs, all the factors, they are variable, so change in total cost due to production of one more or less unit of output, and long period, all factors, they are variable. Long run marginal cost is derived from the short run marginal cost, but it does not envelop. long run marginal cost must be equal to the short period marginal cost for the output level correspond to which short period AC and long period AC curve are tangent to each other. I will explain it later on. That is the relationship between the short run marginal cost and SAC, because when LAC is falling, LMC lies below it, and when the minimum point of long run average cost curve arrives, then LMC is equal to it, then it starts rising, and LMC lies above the LAC. When LAC rising, long run average cost is rising, long run marginal cost is also rising. At the optimum output, short run marginal cost is equal to short run average cost and the long run average cost and the long run marginal cost. Here we take the output, here we take the cost, and here this is the LAC and this is the short run average cost curve. So this is the SMC and this is the LMC. This is the LMC. This is the long run average cost curve and this is the short run average cost curve. This is the long run marginal cost and this is the short run marginal cost, and here all are equal. And if we produce up to this level, as we see, the LMC is more than the short run marginal cost. Thanks for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, then subscribe Shashi Agarwal for the English lecture and the Shashi Agarwal Economics and Law classes for the Hindi lecture.